Communication, starting with Senator Kina.
Mr. Speaker, let me first of all acknowledge the good work that Senator Dulo has been doing for the people of Isiolo. Mr. Speaker, if it wasn't for her diligence in ensuring that those people get their services, those hospitals are open, which are now shut, that the people get services, we would not be discussing this matter. This is unprecedented, Mr. Speaker. This is the first time that your chair has actually almost censured a sitting governor. This House protects devolution. This House, the framers of the Constitution, gave it powers to be able to ensure accountability, a fiduciary responsibility on those who are given that responsibility by the citizens. Mr. Speaker, I sit in the Public Accounts Investment Committee, and it is quite sad because our job is very simple: to ensure that we take these governors to task and ensuring that they use the resources wisely. I've listened to your communication, Mr. Speaker. And Mr. Speaker, I don't intend to vary your communication. It's well thought out, but I think we've got the powers in this House. Article 125, our Parliamentary Powers and Privileges Act, Section 19 and 18, gives us that power. We have penalized this, or we have fined this governor, I think twice now. That's $1 million shillings. We want to know whether that person, whether he has paid that to the clerk of the House. Mr. Speaker, we have a police station which is domiciled in the presence of Parliament. Why can't we authorize that? I know the law does not allow us to direct the Inspector General of Police, but I believe that the powers given to us by the Constitution, Article 125, where when we sit like a high court, we can be able to compel that witness to appear. Mr. Speaker, in the last Parliament, we worked closely with the Ministry of Finance, and we were able to stop certain funds from going to a particular county. I think, Mr. Speaker, with your position and the powers given to this House, we can be able to take the same direction. I think Article 255, or is it 225, lays out the procedure on which the Cabinet Secretary can stop funds. But this time around, we have got to think out of the box. We've got to be unorthodox in our thinking in order to be able to defend devolution. We have to find a way to stop those funds, and whoever is protecting this individual, because he boasts around and he says the way is untouchable, must also take judicial notice that in this country, in this Senate, we will demand accountability. The only way, Mr. Speaker, that we can be able to ensure the people of Isiolo gets their services is if we all suspend any other discussion today, any other business, and we deal with this matter. We can censure that governor, even if he's not sitting here. Mr. Speaker, we talk about separation of powers between the three arms of government. I believe, with the spirit of cooperation, that we can be able to engage these other two arms of government, the executive and the judiciary, to be able to come up with a methodology in which we can be able to demand that this individual is brought to this House, this individual is penalized, and the people of Isiolo can be able to get their services. Yesterday, Mr. Speaker, I was watching a video of a young lady in Isiolo who was taken to the hospital. She was in ICU for 25 days. And she had to be told, go home, because the hospital is closed. Seriously? We can sit here as senators and allow devolution to die? Allow people to be able to thumb chest and say that they are untouchable? I think it's about time that we remind these governors that power is transient. Today you are so powerful, tomorrow you are nothing. Literally nothing. Mr. Speaker, to use a Swahili word, hii ni dhuluma. You know, this guy is really, I don't even know what to say. You know, he's so drunk with power, he's humiliating his citizens. He was not elected to be able to go there and make people suffer. We must remind these people that power is transient. And this Senate is powerful. We've been reminded so many days that we are powerful. We're going to be sitting here tomorrow discussing the issue of impeachment of a deputy president. And you still say that we don't have power? Mr. Speaker, let us use this police station, which is domiciled in Parliament. We should not just see police here sitting, you know, trying to protect Parliament. The only way you can be able to protect devolution is by making sure that you call these people to account. Finally, Mr. Speaker, I want to request the Inspector General of Police, who I believe is a fine gentleman, who I believe is someone who is committed to ensure that there is discipline in this country, to expeditiously, you know, go and make sure that that governor is taken to jail. Because you cannot violate Section 19 of the Public or the Parliamentary Powers and Privileges Act. You cannot violate summons from this Senate and you continue there. And yet this is the same Senate which is fighting for you to get money. Seriously. That is completely ludicrous. So, Mr. Speaker, I hope that everyone here today, let us not talk about anything else. Let us censure this person and make sure that we use all the powers that we have to make sure that the people of Isiolo get what is rightfully theirs. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Senator Wamatenga.
Thank you very much,